So welcome to Countrywide Estate Fencing. This is a brief video on our estate fencing products and also a little bit on installation. But firstly, estate fencing has been around since the Victorian era. It's an iconic fence of the British countryside, but nowadays it's often more used in modern developments and private homes to bring a slice of that British countryside into the garden. So we offer our estate fencing in two formats. We have the panels, which I'll show you in just a second, and the weld-your-own system. Both types produce an estate fence which is 1.2 metres tall, with a solid 20mm round top rail and 4 flat bar lower rails. So an estate fence provides a lovely boundary delineation, but without blocking that view through. Also from a practical perspective for keeping livestock in or out. So firstly, our panels. So they're a 2-metre wide section of ready-made estate fence. They're quick, they're simple to install, and they're extremely robust. So they'll provide 1.2 metres of fence with 60 centimetres below ground, and I'll pop this one in and you'll see how it goes together. So it is as simple as that. The panels would typically be concreted in. So we'd now put concrete around this post, not this one, but dig the holes for the next panel, put the next panel in, bolt it together, and then concrete this one. So, and obviously just making sure that it's level across the sides and the top as you go. So the panels have got pre-drilled holes, but you can step them to absorb a gradient, and in which case you'll just need to drill a fresh hole in the next panel, and that can be done at any point. Tell us if you're going to do that and we can include a drill bit for that purpose. So we offer some accessories to accompany your estate fence. One of those is an any angle post. So I think these are unique to us, but they're incredibly simple. So you've got a fence here and then you want to turn any angle, so you can come off at any point with the next section of fence around this round post. Another accessory which can be applied to every leg on the panel and all the post is a bolt down foot. So if you're trying to install a fence onto a hard surface such as concrete or paving, rather than having a 60 centimetre leg below the ground, the panel will be 1.2 metres tall, so that's fence height, but with a bolt down plate welded to the base. On the main post, the any angle posts and the end posts, these plates have 4 holes. On the actual panels, they're a smaller plate with just 2 holes, and they can be fixed to the top of a brick wall, to concrete and to paving, etc. So you just need to let us know if that's what you'd like. So another accessory for the panels is a cut panel post. So you'll be very lucky if your fence finishes exactly to a whole panel. So very often you'll need to cut the panel to size. So you can cut the panel with an angle grinder or a hacksaw, and then you'll need to finish off the end. And this cut panel post allows you to do that. The top rail goes into the tube clamp and is tightened with a grub screw, and the lower flat bar rails are drilled and bolted to these lugs. And with this post, you'll get a drill and the bolts as well, so everything you need. Another post is an end post or a corner post. So to finish this fence, you simply put them up to the end of the panel. That can be the end of the fence, or you can then run the fence off at either side as well. So the end post and the corner post are the same. They also attach to the panel in the same way as the any angle post, and I'll just show you that now. So when you buy one of these posts with the panels, we'll supply you with self-drilling screws. So there's no need to pre-drill. They'll drill into the posts themselves and tap their own hole and clasp the panel very tightly to the post. I'll just give you a little demonstration to show you how easy that is. So there we go. There's another hole in the panel here, so you'd also put another one in there as well. But that's extremely strong fixing. That's not going to go anywhere. And exactly the same principle applies to the any angle post and also to gate posts. So if you include a gate with your order, The gate post will then double up as an end post, and that the panel will be secured to it in just the same way. So we supply our panels just simply as bare steel. More and more of our customers now are opting just to allow their panels to weather naturally. This gives you a completely maintenance-free fence, and it doesn't really have any bearing on the longevity either. For those wishing to have a painted finish, it is quick and simple to paint an estate fence. Someone half decent with a paintbrush will be able to cover about 50 metres in a day. We can also supply a paint kit, which includes a high build steel enamel paint, which will cover in a single coat, and that's available in black and grey. We've got a page on our website that talks a little bit more about painting your estate fence. It's worth, if you've got over sort of 30 or 40 metres, you can buy a paint sprayer, say from Amazon, for about 35 quid, and that makes painting extremely quick and actually quite enjoyable. Our other system is the weld your own estate fence. Again, this produces a fence 1.2 metres tall with 5 rails. To look at, the two are almost identical. So if you can weld, it does make sense to go for the weld your own system. One of the main difference actually between the weld your own system and the panels is the ability of this system to follow the landscape. So with the panels, with a change of gradient, generally you will step them. With this system, you'll follow the general lay of the land, and that sort of gives you the iconic flowing fence that people associate with estate fencing. So this is a 1 3-metre bay. I'll now put in the next 3 metres. We'll speed it up a bit, otherwise this could be a bit of a boring video, but you'll just see, again, it's fairly straightforward if you've got the ability to weld. One of the most important aspects of getting the posts in is getting the spacing correct. So the rails we supply are just fractionally longer than 3 metres, about 3 metres 1 centimetre, maybe 2. So ensure that your posts aren't spaced more than 1 metre apart. And then when you feed the rails in, they'll just protrude from every 3rd post slightly. They are then cut off so they finish in the middle of the post. This keeps the joins in the middle of the post and saves you having to then create a join in between them. Also make sure that the posts are in line, so look down and make sure that the level's correct as well. So the line and level of the post will reflect the line and level of the top rail. It also makes feeding the rails through much easier. Okay, so I've leveled both sides of the post, and looking through the holes, they all line up. So this should make now feeding the rails quite quick and simple. So with the rails fed through, the next stage is to get the welder out. So when welding, keep a level on the post. This is your opportunity to straighten the post and weld every single rail to each post. So I'm not going to weld every single post in this case because this is a demo fence. But what you do next is trim the rails off as mentioned so they finish in the middle of the post, and then you're ready then to receive the next load of rails. So as with the panels, on the weld your own system, we can offer end posts which double up as corner posts, and we do recommend these actually with the weld your own system. It just prevents any forwards and backwards movement and gives the fence a lot more rigidity. So as mentioned, these double up as corner posts, and the rails simply weld directly onto the post. The same with the any angle post, the rails will simply weld onto these, and the fence can deviate, as the name suggests, at any angle. Again, as with the panel system, every single post can come with a base plate, or some with and some without. So on the any angle post, it's a bigger plate, same with the end or corner post. And also every single interim post can come with a base plate too. Again, the fence height or the post height will be 1.2 metres then, as opposed to 1.8 as they are currently for the ground fixing. We can supply estate gates to blend perfectly with your estate fence. These are made to order, and they can be made to any size up to 6 metres wide. So that's 12 metres as a pair. Our website has the pricing for standard sizes, but we can do anything in between. Each gate comes with both posts, obviously the latch and hinges attached. Installation couldn't be simpler. Just drop the gate down so the lug goes through the hinge hole, and on the bottom you need to remove this hinge from the gate, slide it onto the lug, and then push the bolt through the gate and do the nut up. And the reason they face different ways, just a little bit of extra security so someone can't just come along and lift the gate up. So we can do gates to bespoke sizes, but we can also do very bespoke estate fences as well. So this is our standard estate fence, but if you're looking for deer fencing up to 2 meters tall, different rail spacing, if you're trying to match in with an existing estate fence, we can change the spacing of the rails. If you want lamb wires, so if you're looking to keep in sort of smaller livestock, we can include holes for lamb wires and also lugs to attach the straining bolts to as well. We can also offer estate fences, rather than taller, we can go smaller, 1 meter, 90 centimeters. Just let us know and I'm pretty sure we'll be able to accommodate. But whatever you're looking for, it's really important to us that you have a great customer experience. We supply a high quality product and our prices are really keen too. There's loads of information on our website, but if there's anything else you want to know, just please get in touch. I hope you found this useful and thank you for watching.